Hi, I'm Chris Madsen in beautiful British Columbia in Kalamalka Provincial Park. It's early March and 2012. I just saw my first yellow buttercup of the season, which is quite magical and beautiful. It's a promise of the things to come. Everything is always in transition and changing, the seasons. The sun itself is hurling through space at zillions of miles an hour as the earth is going around it. All that is in motion. Even that which never changes is in motion. The place of simply being is a motion in itself, an energy flowing out. There was a time, and it wasn't too long ago, before the collective conscious had discovered the electricity and accessed it. Before that, there was, when it got dark, there wasn't the electric stoves, etc., etc. It's not that the electricity wasn't always available, it's simply that it wasn't part of the consciousness to use it. And it wasn't until somebody broke the paradigm of, this is the way it's always been, and so this is the way it will always be. Somebody broke that and went, hey, a new idea. And with that new idea came many, many blessings. Now we have the technological revolution, of course, with cell phones and things that would have been unheard of. Taking a picture with this little box and talking to people, all wireless, sending movies, things like what I'm doing here right now even. These things would have been thought impossible by many just a few decades ago even. When we are first born, we are born into a collective cultural belief, different beliefs, and these are our experiences. For the vast majority of us, what happens through our experience from birth to death is we just go along with it, cause, effect. This is the way cars look like. I go to school for 12 years and then college, whatever. And then all of the conditioning, the programming that says if I am this or do this or own this or have this career, then I will be happy. All of these different programming comes into our being, a lot of it before the age 6. And then we have our cultural beliefs, which are just honed right in. And things like the marketplace. This dollar is worth this amount. This is my property line. This is yours. This is public property. These are the laws. This is a border. Thus, this country is here. This country is here. When you think about it, all of those things are fabricated. They're not real. The only realness to them is the realness that we place on them collectively. So in other words, if there is a United States and a Canada, well, somebody before us brought that into existence, called this Canada, the USS. We're born into this experience and we recreate it. That doesn't necessarily have to be the way it is. I'm not saying it's good or bad or whatever. It's just what is. So things like there is a Pacific Ocean. That's just what is. But now the things that we've created in our consciousness are things like the monetary economic systems, border lines, property, income tax, whatever. And so a lot of this has to do with a shift that we can make now, and that the globe and our collective consciousness is making. We're entering a new phase, and part of it's from the technological revolutions that are going on, where the information is just coming in at us. And then another part is simply the spiritual growth, for lack of a better word, the emerging or evolution or unfolding of us as a culture. which is absolutely beautiful. So, within our own individual lives, we have all been born into programmed beliefs. And we all have our different ones, and we're at different places of releasing those and letting them go. One of those beliefs that is very prevalent is that somehow we're limited beings, that I am powerless. This is the way it is. I am a victim. The world is horrible, but there's nothing I can do about it. This is my lot in life. Cause and effect, cause and effect. Whereas the truth is, nothing is further from the truth of saying that somehow the world is in a bad state, etc. It's not. We are in a beautiful place, an incredibly beautiful place. The energy on the planet wants to thrive. And we have the solutions. We can live in these solutions in every moment. A lot of it has to do with our heart attitudes. I'd like to speak to the part of you for a moment right now that isn't your thoughts. You know where your thoughts kind of bubble up from, like waves on a lake? You have a thought and it comes up. The part of you that is below that, that's the part of you that when right before you go to sleep, even where you're not really thinking, your core essence, that part of you is where ideas come from, and they're only based on your limitations of your beliefs. For instance, I believe that I should and deserve, and as part of this beautiful earth, I should have an effortless life of living in inspired passion, in vibrant health, and experiencing nature every day. And so I do, and that's my experience. And now, so another person that says, well, that's not my experience. I have to work and blah, 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 blah. You know, it's basically I'm a prisoner. What I say to that person is, in that place below your thoughts, it's a practice and it's a work to deprogram yourself from this beliefs that have infiltrated us, but allow the new idea. Just vision within yourself love itself. Love meaning that aspect that is all beautiful, all good, wonderful, the divine, the essence, the core, God, whatever word you want to use for it, that which is infinite and supreme and can bring any outcomes it so desires. Within you, allow that to infill you and be your experience. And in that same moment, know that just like the electricity wasn't known before, and somebody had an idea, in that very same sense, you don't have to know what the solution is. You just feel it, have a vision of it, know it. Know it for yourself, and then know it for the world. I want to see a world where love is the rule. Like on the law books, it's real simple. Love one another as you love yourself, and that's it. A world where we don't have locks, where there is no military. If there's any sort of a military, it's just groups of people getting together to love others if they have a need or something. That the economy is based not on get, but give. So when I get something, as soon as my needs are met, which would freely be in this vision, it's given for the collective whole, where there are orchards, etc., that are just free for the picking. Basically a Garden of Eden thing. Why not if they're going to plant trees, plant fruit trees, you know. And as we do, the environment itself will come into balance. Of course, organic is the way to go in terms of power systems, electricity, and gas and oil seem to be on the way out as a new idea is being formed. It sounds like it's going to be based around the Taurus energy field, but there is systems for free energy available. They're being suppressed, but that's okay. It won't be long now until they're not. So anyway, those are visions I have. And so for those visions to become real collectively, I have to first understand very clearly that there's a saying, as above, so below. I have another saying, which is, as within, so without. And so what that means for me is, then I have to live this in my thoughts. So I know that the core essence of everyone on this planet is good, is love. We all are a spark of that divinity. And so anything that I see in somebody that would have an appearance of being something that seems yucky to me, I recognize that that's some kind of a programming. And what I see in them is also latent within me. And so, in other words, every one of us has a Hitler and a Mother Teresa or Jesus within us, you know, on that one level. But that doesn't mean that's the core of us. The core of us is love, is this divinity, is joy and bliss and wanting the entirety of the planet to thrive. And so that's the part of us that we connect with and see in each other. And we allow it to be. And we allow each one of us to emerge and unfold and blossom into this beautiful creative being that they are. So, transformation of your very own life. This is how you do it. You make it a practice, a daily practice of moving in consciousness, of being in this moment and allowing this moment a new idea to form, and allow that to be your experience. Give everyone else permission also. Namaste. Hi, Chris Madsen here, down on Kalamalka Lake now. Now this part is about how do we transform ourselves? How do we live this effortless life, this beautiful, incredible life? And even as a bigger question is, how do we make this new paradigm for the entire globe? And the answer is, in one way, it's blowing in the wind. The quantum physicists have shown and demonstrated very clearly that there is a matrix, an energy field. And guys like Bruce Lipton have done research and finding and showing that our physical bodies are actually like TVs that are tuning in to the stations of what is life. In other words, our consciousness is literally everywhere, and our bodies are like a TV station tuning into it. And then, so when our TV itself dies, well, we're still here. The broadcast is still going on. There's this matrix of energy, of consciousness. And so everything has its being within this conscious. So there's no such thing as like I am right here, but I'm not there. And I know it's a abstract concept to grasp, but what happens is within the same matrix's field, what comes from my thoughts, from my being, from my energy, is transmitted through this matrix, this energy field. So that if I'm thinking thoughts of love and peace and joy and blessing for the entire planet, that energy is literally flowing out through. When I throw a rock into the lake here, it's not just the rock itself that is going, it's the energy is, you can see the waves. The waves are moving outwards now as they go outwards into the lake. So that energy that was put in is, those waves are continually going outwards. And in that very same sense, my thoughts, they have an effect throughout the entire planet. Now, if my thoughts are of a high frequency, love is a very high frequency. It's the highest there is. And so, and the closer they resonate in that, it's like the greater force. Like if I throw a rock really hard, it's a bigger wave. And so now if I have a negative thought, it's like just a little wave. So in other words, you resonating in love and light and in this awakened state, you literally negate the power of zillions of negative thoughts. So one person can do a lot, an incredible amount. Like a Mahatma Gandhi, a Mother Teresa, these different people, it's not like they had a lot of physical strength or power or money. It was all came from that thought. You are incredibly powerful, incredibly powerful. Now this same energy, through your thoughts, through your visioning, through the work that you do in your life, your inner work, what happens is that you come to a place where your life literally is what could be called an effortless life. Effortless, meaning that the programs are gone the majority of time, the vast majority of time, that you are in a conscious state of being in the now, this moment, in every moment, and in that beingness, the doingness in your life is recognizing that every moment is an opportunity to love, to be this, so that whatever situation you encounter of something coming in to your five senses or whatever, it comes out. It's an opportunity to love, to somehow bring solutions and healings, and being part of this beautiful, thriving planet, and part of the matrix. There is one matrix field, and it's not like I am just me and you are just you. We share that same oneness. It's kind of like, I'm a bucket of water from this same lake, and you're another bucket. We're that same lake. And so in that, what I do in service to others, I'm also doing to myself. And so whatever blessings I can be to others, in turn that it blesses the whole. It's like if we can think of humanity as one body, which it is, and we are cells in that body, the perfection of our cell, the health of our cell, can emit to any and all the other cells around it. And our emission can be giving the information, the energy, to if there's a sick cell around us, our health can vibrate and resonate and bring health to that cell. And that's a part of community. We are in a state now, as the whole, that there is a huge awakening going on, which is absolutely beautiful and incredible and amazing. And part of that awakening is recognizing that it's about being, and from that being it emanates out. It's like I'm hearing a dog bark down the lake right now. How beautiful is that? That dog is quite a ways away, but its energy is being projected all the way over here and even now to you. In that same sense, when, like say for instance, when I'm sitting in a meditation and I'm just being in the now and being this love and allowing whatever my limitations of that were, even the last time I meditated, to no longer be there, that it's even greater and more beautiful today, in that permeates throughout all the other cells around me. And so the transformation process within all of us is being aware of that, and being aware that it's in this moment, this moment, that we are loved. And in this moment is the opportunity to be loved. There are no problems, only solutions. And with this, I encourage you to be part of the solution by being in the now, ever practicing that. And it is a practice of, and in this moment of being in the now, being the motion of the now, the energetic aspect of you, to be this huge outpouring, this beautiful, blissful, incredible, magical, wonderful love, solutions and healings. And give permission to everyone around you to be that. And understand that your source is not your job or careers or whatever. Your source is this matrix. And this source wants you to thrive and have the most incredible, beautiful, effortless, beautiful, magical life where you play and flow dance and just are one in this chi energy, this magnificence. I give myself permission to just flow. Thank you. Thank you, and know how much you're loved. I love you.